Howdy do. Let's do community news and game news.
Okay. Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
What do you got as far as games?
Let's see here. Capcom just released a new trailer for Street Fighter V that showed some of the game modes that are going to be taking place in there. And, oops. Man. I mean, I should really do that during the break. I just forget to do that during the break. But yeah, there's going to be a bunch of different gameplay modes. There's going to be a tutorial mode, which we've all seen hints of, where they're just going to talk about stuff, just like give you the basics. They're going to have like an interesting character story mode. I don't know. So they announced they're going to do a full story mode later on, which is going to be in April, I think it was. But I guess every character is going to have an individual story mode. I wonder if that's just like arcade mode, but
yeah,
just
like here's some slides,
right?
Or like how it's been.
They're gonna have a survival mode, which is an old school classic for Street Fighter. Training mode, obviously, network battle, and then there's gonna be the Capcom Fighting Network, which I guess you can actually track rivals and keep track of your records and stuff. So it should be pretty cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Also announced just recently that next week, actually, February 3rd. Oh, actually, this was a while ago.
Yeah.
So this is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow in North America, Bayonetta and Fire Emblem's Corrin are going to show up in Smash Brothers. So they're going to be available to download, which I think they're the last two characters now that are going to be added to the game. So, it's the last two supposedly.
Yeah,
Who knows what will happen from that point forward. But they are going to be added. I'm really interested in checking out Bayonetta because she's supposedly really combo heavy.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Canceled to everything.
Mm-hmm.
Should be pretty cool. I mean, dude, when I saw someone like them displaying like Cloud, and I was like, how is these characters going to be fair? And then I guess Cloud he's good, but I guess he's not broken or anything. So I'm really curious to see how the heck they're going to balance Bayonetta if she can just do all these things and stuff.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Jump up B, double jump up B.
Yeah.
I don't know how that's going to be fair, but in any case.
Yeah.
We already talked about the Arbiter.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, we already talked
I haven't seen it myself.
Yeah, the Arbiter, so there's just, I guess, some pictures, and I guess they're not aliens or something.
Okay.
Hanzo was yelling at me that I called them aliens, or I don't know. I've never played Halo. I have no idea what's going on in the story. In that game, so
I've only played multiplayer, so I don't know.
Yeah. This is actually really cool news.
Yes.
We mentioned that Mortal Kombat XL is officially coming out. When did you say around?
I thought it was March 1st, but
March 1st?
I could be wrong about that.
I mean, if that's when it's coming out, they actually said that all of the Kombat 2 characters will be available immediately on March 1st.
Mortal Kombat XL, Kombat Pack 2, and more will launch for
go.
PlayStation 4 and Xbone on March 1st.
Okay, glad they specified that, just in case we got it confused with any of the other platforms they're supporting. But no, that's really cool. I think that's really cool that they're releasing all 4 characters at the same time. We don't have to wait for them. They're all just there. We can all pick them up. We can get used to them before EVO, really flesh them out. And really find out if they're broken or not. Because it's going to be really important, because Mortal Kombat characters like Tanya, for example, have come out and been a little overpowered. So it'll give NRS time to react to some of the things.
DLC characters are always good.
Yeah.
Always
Predator
good.
was like really...
Predator's very good.
Mm-hmm.
Tremor's very good. Tanya's very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Jason's a pile of crap. But in general, they're very good. Yeah.
So that'll give them some opportunity to see how they balance out and play. So, and hopefully, if they are too good, they can tweak them a little bit.
Hopefully so.
Yep.
Well, they definitely will. There's no hope about it.
There was an indie fighting game that's coming out called Pocket Rumble, which was supposed to be a throwback towards Neo Geo Pocket games.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was the game where they really kind of came up with an interesting, like they're really trying to do a different system. Like instead of having a full life bar, there's actually like hit points, so like all attacks will just do 1, specials will do 2 damage. And special moves are only 1 button, but it's like you have 2 attack buttons, which is like light and heavy, but to do specials you have to hold the buttons down. So but when you hit the buttons and hold it down, like they automatically program a little bit of extra startup. Like you have to hold it for like 2 frames before it comes out to simulate like an actual uppercut taking a few frames to do. They have a lot of neat ideas. Right now, there's an early access on Steam, so you can check it out. So definitely, there's been like some videos where you can actually see the gameplay. It actually looks really cool.
That's cool. I gotta check it out.
I backed the project.
Okay, cool.
Back when it was being funded, so I definitely want to check it out and see how it plays.
Yeah, awesome.
No, this is not the 2D game that looks like Smash. That was Rivals of Ether.
Yeah.
This is Pocket Rumble, which is, like I said, it's a throwback to the Neo Geo Pocket fighting games with like short chibi characters. And then this is super relevant to us now.
That's true.
But on February 9th, Pokken Tournament adds Chandelier to the game. Yeah, so like I said,
I think Chandelier is.
Yeah. Pokken is definitely. We've got a report on all the Pokken news now.
You know, when we were saying Pokken last time, a couple people on Twitter yelled at us a little bit. They're like, is this how people pronounce it in the U.S.? Pokken? Pa?
Oh, instead of Pokken?
Pokken.
Pokken. Yeah, Pokken. Yeah.
I'm going to call it Pokken.
I mean, there's just too many. Look, someone already
Pokken?
joked about me making bad puns with the word Pokken.
Tekken?
Right? I mean, if we call it Pokken, there's just too much potential for puns. You know? So you'd probably rather have me call it Pokken, so that way you can avoid a lot of really bad puns about that. Although a lot of people apparently really enjoyed my... So there was a match at KI World Cup that was Riptor versus Riptor.
Pokken, yeah.
And
the Discovery Channel.
In the cave, and I started doing Discovery Channel.
Heard it.
So apparently, like, a bunch of the Microsoft execs really enjoyed that or something. So.
Oh, yeah?
So Phil Spencer apparently said he really liked my commentary.
Wow. So I was look at you.
Oh. So there you go. That's all I have for game news. Of course, I didn't update the thing on the side like I wanted to. And now it's completely pointless. But I do want to talk about some
Pokemon.
Community news. Well, here's the funny thing is it's called Pokemon, right? But that's a shortening of Pocket Monster.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. So it should be Pokken.
What?
Got him.
What?
Got him.
Yeah. Mic drop situation. There you go.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay. So community stuff. I'd like to talk about like some interesting videos and tutorials and stuff that people are making.
Yeah, there's some good stuff lately.
Core Gaming, who had that video about the mind, the heart, the body. Remember where they talked about the 3 different styles of play? They just came out with a video recently that talks about fighting game community villains and why that they're kind of important to the community and what role they have to play in it. Did you actually have a chance to watch that?
I haven't.
Okay, so they were talking about people like Filipino Champ and Tommy Guns, and how they compare them with each other, and like they were saying like Filipino Champ is a great villain because he not only talks the talk, he walks the walk, and the video even said like Tommy Gunn stops just short of being a good villain.
Yeah.
Because then he'll be like, yeah, NorCal sucks, but I can't beat Ricky or John Choi and those guys. So so he like stops short of just being a great villain.
Yeah.
And so they talked about that, and I've always felt that way too. Is that hang on a second. It's true. You do need villains in the community, in my opinion. I think it's actually really important to have villains in the community. But, the video themselves even mentioned that as long as it doesn't get to, like if it stays in the game and it's not really hurtful, that it's really healthy for a competitive community. And I absolutely agree with that. I've always said that it works really well when we have villains in the community. I mean, let's face it, Leffen, for example, is beautiful for the Melee community. That guy sparks so much drama.
Yeah, sure.
Apparently there's drama going on right now for one of the tournaments, Beast, I think, that's coming up. But yeah, it's villains are good stuff. But,
I mean, it definitely depends on the villain.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we might end up talking about somebody later who could be a good But,
well, we're talking about villains, and hope people that actually have an impact on the actual impact on the community.
Zoinks.
So.
I always thought that FChamp was very smart to market himself as a villain.
He actually, when he first got his very first sponsor, remember he became super nice all of a sudden?
I do remember.
And everyone was like, what happened? And I talked to him, and he was like, yeah, I figured I got a new sponsor. And I was like, dude, you got sponsored because you're a villain. Yeah. And he's like, a lot of people told me that. Yeah. And then he kind of went back to that. So
it's true.
I think it's good stuff.
I mean, he's a jerk. Believe it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Terrible guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Nobody likes him.
Speaking of people in the fighting game community who never act or put on a persona at all, a lot of people are coming out with some good beginner material. Viscant, or Visant, as I say.
That's right. That's the actual pronunciation.
Yeah, a lot of people are starting to put out a lot of beginner information out there. Super cool. So we're going to get a bunch of great content from a lot of different people. Visant is starting a new series of articles on the Broken Tier blog. And it should be, he said it's going to come out, it should be an article every Monday. Yeah. But it's called Hit the Ground Running. So he talks about ways to improve from a very beginner standpoint. So, for example, he talked about in the first article was a lot about, how to come up with new tech. And you know what? Maybe you don't even need to come up with new tech. There's nothing wrong with watching other people, what their tech is, and just copying their stuff. Sure. Just a lot of different little beginner advice. So definitely check that out. That's on the Broken Tier blog. So go to brokentier.com, find the blog tab on the top, and you should be able to see Visant's beginner articles. Cool. Another person getting into the beginner tutorial stuff is Flo. Mm-hmm. Flo started. It's the most brilliant.
It's the best name.
Yeah, he's coming up with a new series of videos. Well, apparently it's a continuation, but this is a brand new chapter in the series of videos called Flowchart.
Genius. God. Love it.
I'm so angry that I never named myself Flo, so I could have called something Flowchart.
You can go back 20 years.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But Flo is coming out with a guide. I did watch the beginning of it a little bit. He did say in the video that it's not meant for super beginners. You have to have some concept of fighting games. But he definitely goes over some, some ways to help start out. He was even... I didn't actually get to watch a lot of the videos, but I saw people responding to comments, and someone was like, "You're right. I didn't even notice I was playing footsies in League of Legends." So
I saw that too.
Yeah, making some cool comparisons. So definitely check out that. That is on his YouTube channel.
God, the picture that they used for that he used for it, I guess, of his own volition, is just awful.
It's so...
No, look at it. Have you seen it?
I did, yeah.
Look at that picture. It's so unflattering. It's the worst.
Now I have to.
You're gonna put it up.
I have to bring it up on stream just because you said that. So.
Okay.
Let's do that. Let's do that really quick.
Yeah, definitely people who play League in the fighting game community. And when I was playing it, I felt the same way. You definitely play footsies.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Well, it's not up yet. It's not up yet.
Okay, you're gonna see it very shortly.
Yeah. Here we go. There you go.
There you go. Look. Look at that. He's like a bemused Frankenstein's monster.
Damn. Oh man, poor Flo.
He chose it.
He did. He did.
He put it up there.
Yeah, he did. So. But yeah, no, shout outs to Flo for doing cool stuff like that. Speaking of other cool things he did, he also did a stream on Sunday night. Don't know if most people had a chance to say. Oh, before I get to that, his channel is called Flojisan, Floejisan. So if you want to find it, lesson 1, learning a new fighting game, is on youtube.com on the Flojisan channel, Floejisan.
I'll tell you, Flo and Viscant, I think, are two of the most knowledgeable people when it comes to how to play fighting games and how to pick up a new fighting game. So I think that they're really good sources, both of them. Definitely recommended checking their stuff out.
Now I'm gonna move the asterisks on the last one, but it's not even gonna show up because we've chosen to make it look as dirty as possible. Oh, now it's all.
Now it's even jankier.
Yeah, it's even jankier. Oops.
Perfect.
Okay. So Flo did a cool stream on Sunday night. At the same time that a certain individual also did a stream at the time. So.
You gotta be specific.
I just don't even know how much I want to talk about this because, like, do we really want to give this any more attention and play than it needs?
I don't know, man. We got it up on the list here.
Yeah,
so.
Liquid Knuckle Dew sent out a tweet that was pretty much had dinner. Triforce was mad that I would not want to pay for his meal. Then he ran, and I had to pay for it anyway. Mm-hmm. And that set off this whole entire thing.
I mean, he himself kept tweeting a lot. So
yeah.
He wasn't the only one.
And everybody started talking about it, so Triforce decided to start his own stream where he could explain himself. And Justin was on the stream in the Skype call. And then Justin convinced Triforce to let Flo on there. And that's when everything went crazy. Because Flo then started asking like what they ordered, all these things. They tracked down the menu for the diner. They were talking about trying to contact the waitress to find out what really happened. Look, if you didn't get a chance to see Flo stream, it's too late. But it was hilarious.
Was it canceled or something?
No, I'm just saying that particular episode. Oh yeah, go check the archive. It was like, dude, Flo made me laugh so much.
He's a funny guy. I like him.
Dude, like, it's not even just, like, Flo that we knew being funny. Like, it's on another level now. He's really good at this now.
For sure.
Detective Flo. Yeah, but was there milk in the milkshake?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It was such great stuff. Look, my only comment on the whole entire thing, I wanted to tweet this out, but I was just like, I just don't want to get involved in this.
Yeah.
If you're saying... So, the explanation was it was a misunderstanding. He thought that Triforce and Jiran thought that Knuckle Dew said that he was going to pay for their food.
Okay.
At what point in time does the sentence, hey, thanks for the food, I'll see you later, not come out of your mouth? Like, literally the only way that this could have happened is if he left and didn't tell Knuckle Dew. Because even if you didn't say thanks for dinner, you'd say, see ya, Knuckle Dew. And then Knuckle Dew would be like, hey, you didn't pay for your food. Right? The only way this could happen is if you just left without telling anybody.
Well, yeah.
That's all I'm going to say. From a logic standpoint, I don't know how it could be a misunderstanding, because the only way that can happen is if you're like, I'm going to use the restroom. Woo! And then that's it. So, look. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say about the whole entire thing. So.
Yeah. I don't know if there's a court case we can point to, folks. People who are wondering about the jurisprudence of it all. I'm not sure. I just thought it was funny that he couldn't just put out a tweet refuting it. That's not what happened. What happened was X.
Right.
One tweet.
Mm-hmm. But he had to start a stream.
Really, though, I mean, you could say that in 140 characters. You could, you know. But no, you can't do that. Man.
The craziest thing about it is, like, I was actually watching it on the Empire stream, but then some people were saying that it was on Flo's channel, so I had to go to Flo's channel. Plus, I think Triforce was just broadcasting Justin and Flo, the Skype chat, like, through his computer speakers into the microphone, so you could barely hear them. So when I went to Flo's, then everything was crystal clear.
I see.
But then, dude, there was over 1,000 viewers on Triforce's channel. There was over 1,000 viewers on Flo's channel.
When I was there, which was very brief, it was like 2,000 people.
Really?
Yeah.
On Flo's channel?
On Flo's channel.
Oh, man. Yeah, shout-outs to Kugi as well. Putting out
genius.
That Dine and Dash discount code on Broken Tier. That man's ruthless, dude.
Oh my god, that's killer.
Yeah, it's so good.
Did you see the Super Turbo Ryu win?
Oh my god, where's the...
Yeah, he's already on his next...
Yeah.
That was a classic GIF. What a great...
Oh my god, that was seriously the best thing
Yeah, that was really well done.
Yeah.
With the music and everything.
Dude, I also liked how Justin would just do that. Wait, a new tweet to talk about. @Blah says, and I quote, like he said that every time. It was like a comedy skit that was happening that like wasn't a pre-written comedy skit. It was amazing. It was amazing stuff.
There's just so much gold there.
Oh man, so good.
Good. Somebody linked the GIF. I don't have a link to the GIF. So.
I don't have a link to the GIF either. So I guess I say GIF actually now.
I just mix it up. I always do that.
There's something that says
Saget. I always do that.
GIF stands for graphics interface something or other, so it should be GIF, right? But that's like saying, since Pokemon stands for Pocket Monster, it should be Pokken, right? It's like you can't get it all straight. So could be GIF, could be GIF.
I think both are good. I say both. I'm on team whatever.
Yeah, I think that's a good one. Yeah. Pokemon.
What we forgot to talk about?
What did we forget to talk about?
There's a Mortal Kombat
series?
TV series that's following. Oh man, which players? Biohazard and Honeybee from Canada. Sonic Fox.
Isn't Pig of the Hut
Perfect Legend, Pig of the Hut. That might be it. But I thought that was a really great list because there's like High School Kid, Brothers, like X-Champion, and then Family Man. It just was like a really good set of people.
It's still going, right?
Yeah.
They're showing episodes of it because I know Carl was in town recently. Like he was in the Warner Brothers studio. He was tweeting out pictures of the water tower and stuff. So I don't know how
that's
many
on the
episodes
CW, I guess.
Has it showed a bunch of episodes?
I think it's only on 2 so far.
Okay.
Or like Machinima or something like that. I don't know.
That's cool.
It basically follows their path to ESL and then to the grand finals, and that's presumably that'll come out later. But yeah, it like talks about how they're training, and I think it's pretty cool. Like I said, I really like that they followed those guys.
Hopefully, it'll be because obviously Red Bull did Cultivation, for example. I really hope that they kind of do it in the same way. I haven't gotten a chance to see any of the episodes, but they definitely treat the subject with a lot of respect, right?
They do.
Okay, that's good. Cool.
They do.
Cool. Good stuff.
You can see a training montage from Carl.
Do they play montage?
He goes running. He's like running.
Oh, okay.
Like doing a little like.
But I was
fake boxing.
I was wondering if they actually played the montage song from Team America.
Right.
Gonna have a montage. Okay. Cool.
Well,
one other thing I did want to mention was really sick app. Look, the Smash Brothers community is, regardless of what you think of the game, because I know there's a lot of people out there who don't think highly of the game. Their community is pretty ridiculous. They come up with some crazy stuff. They have a new app for iOS devices called the Smash Pad. I've seen the trailer of it. Has like all the frame data, has all this stuff. You can go to pages that links you to videos. You can find matches. You can find all this. You can find the history of certain players. It's like completely integrated into their community, and you could just grab all sorts of ridiculous information. In fact, I don't know why I haven't downloaded it myself. I'll have to go look for it.
That's cool.
But if you are a Smash fan with an iOS device, they said Android version is coming out pretty soon. But it's only available on iOS for now. So again, they even have news tickers, events that are coming up. So definitely check that out on the iOS if you get a chance. Okay. That's all I have in terms of community stuff.
I did hear about the new Hearthstone mode.
Okay.
There's like going to be 2 modes where one is like you get to use all of the cards that have ever come out, and the other one is like cards from the most recent couple expansions or couple years or something.
Okay.
It's just a way to like make it so that if you start playing now, like 3 years into it, you don't have to get 1 billion cards, which is really because that's what I did. Oh, I didn't get 1 billion cards, and I usually lose.
Okay.
I don't have that.
Right. Gotcha.
So anyway.
So the new mode is the one that is only like the latest cards.
Yeah.
So that.
It's again, it's not like just the latest.
Right. But it's less than the entire collection where there are some ridiculous cards and people have been able to craft the most immaculate decks. Right. Okay. Cool. Yeah. Does Hearthstone have footsies?
I don't think Hearthstone has footsies. Although there are some cards where spacing is important. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's true. Like you have to have cards that are next to each other in some cases.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, okay, that's cool.
Space control actually can matter, but not usually.
But yeah, Street Fighter V coming out in 2 weeks. Pretty sure there's going to be a lot of very early events for it. I know in the West Coast there's going to be Undefeated that's going to be taking place the first weekend afterwards. I imagine Wednesday Night Fights is going to do something big the Wednesday right after it comes out. I don't know. I want to go. I want to do that for sure. So I'm pretty sure you do as well. So we'll try to make it to that. There's going to be a lot of craziness coming up with Street Fighter V. I can't wait to see how this game fleshes out.
Oh, shout outs to Bizarro Flame, who retired from Team YP.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Just to pursue his legal career.
Oh, is that what it was?
He finished law school. Okay. Presumably, he took the bar and found out that he passed. This is basically when you find out that you passed. You take it in December, and then it'll let you know. Wait, end of November? It was something like that. It's been a while. Wait, when was it? No, it was like August. And you find out in like November or something. Maybe it was December that I found out.
Okay.
Anyway, it takes forever. But a lot of people who I knew didn't start their work until around January or February of the next year. That's just how a lot of firms do it. So maybe that's what's happened for him. I don't know. In any case, congrats to him. I think that's really cool.
Yeah, and apparently Foundry in San Francisco is also going to do...
I have to remember when I took the bar. It's hard. I don't know. So long ago.
But yeah, the Foundry's going to do something. Sure, Next Level Battle Circuit will do something. Everyone's going to be doing Street Fighter V stuff that first week. It's going to be a very information-packed week. For that first week and second week, I want to try to stream like 2 or 3 times, during the week at night to do a bunch of beginner stuff so that I can get them on YouTube and have people check that out as well. I'm really going to do some really low-level stuff on this. So
cool, man.
I'm going to really try to help the beginners as much as possible.
I'm going to try to help out the high-level players.
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what we do.
That's right. That's
what
right.
we do.
You know it.
Okay.
Man, not much is harder than the bar. That sucked. What a crappy test, James.
Yeah, I was just about to ask. So it takes a long time for results. Is it like all essays or what? Or...
A lot of it is essays.
Okay.
Some of it is multiple choice.
Okay.
3 days long, 6 hours per day. And part of it is multiple choice. Other parts are essays. Other parts are like you have to craft a case. They give you like some set of facts and you have to like craft a case in favor of your fake client.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it was definitely obnoxious. In California, it sucks because it is 3 days. The rest of the states are 2 days.
Is Next Level done already? I don't know if it's gone or not yet, but anyways.
Crappy test. Crappy test.
Sounds like after you take the bar, you have to go to the bar.
James.
It's an old pun, I'm sure. Huh?
Oh my god, it was...
Yeah.
Maybe that's new for you. Is that new for you?
It's new for me.
Oh,
so,
well,
yeah,
hey, congrats to you then.
Yeah,
for me, that's 10 or 11 years old joke.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. That's not a difficult one.
I started law school in 2005, so 11 years ago.
Wow.
Dang, that's crazy.
Dang, time goes by so fast.
Different law school. So law schools we had, what was it called? The Bar Association or something like that, which was literally a bar association. We would meet up at different bars every week.
Okay.
A lot of law schools have that.
No, makes sense.
Shut up, Hanzo. But when I met Hanzo for the first time, he says in chat in 2005 he was 1 year old.
That's actually true about Sejam, by the way. Anyways, continue.
When I first met Hanzo, he was a kid.
Yeah.
He was a kid.
Yeah, and now he's helping out with Chris Seglia's production crew.
Yeah.
So it's really cool.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, anything else? You got anything else, or are we done for the day?
I think I'm good.
You haven't gotten through enough of that apple. People want to see you eat.
Look, I'm not a circus performer, James.
Oh, okay.
I'm just eating the apple. I don't need to show off the fact that I eat the innards of it as well.
Okay. Are you part of the Core A gaming group?
I'm pretty good.
All right, guys.
Anyway, that's probably about it.
Yeah, that's all for now. Again,
I'll be uploading all of the footage from when I streamed this past weekend, and I'll try to cut it up into like, here's some interesting matches, here's some cool tech that I found, stuff like that. So check it out. No, I'm not going to eat the inside. I will, but you won't see it.
But yeah, definitely follow UltraChenTV on Twitter and on Twitch. Follow Ultra David on Twitter. Follow jchensor on Twitter because we will be tweeting out whenever we decide to do a lot of these streams. We're going to try to do a bunch of Street Fighter. I mean, there's just going to be so much information that's just going to be pouring out of every, orifice of the fighting game community. So, some of it's going to be good, some of it's going to be bad. Hey!
That's how it is.
So definitely keep your eye on the Twitterverse, which is where a lot of the FGC news resides. And,
oh, dude, we haven't talked about this Lupe Fiasco thing.
Oh, the Lupe Fiasco. I completely forgot about that. Yeah, you're right.
Thanks for the shout-outs. What do you think about that? So, just to recap, Lupe Fiasco has been talking about Street Fighter.
Well, okay.
On Twitter, talking about how he's like beating people, whatever, and how he's training. And somebody instigated, was it?
No, he said something. Someone asked him if he
this.
plays Marvel. And he said, I do not play Marvel because I like games where you have to think I'm not a comatose player or something like that. He made fun of Marvel players.
Sick.
And so who came to the defense of Marvel? None other than FGC Community Champion Hanzo Gonzo.
I'm glad you're not 1 year old anymore, man. You can do good work now.
Yeah, exactly. He actually came out and made fun of Lupe Fiasco. Talk some shit back to him. And Lupe Fiasco, shockingly enough...
Definitely shockingly.
Look, go to SRK, like, if you want all the details, because Ian actually wrote a great article where he talked about it. Yeah. So, Lupe actually replied to Hanzo and started beefing back with him. So they started beefing, and then he said something like, the only player I respect is Daigo, or something like that. And so Markman jumped in there. He's like, how would you like to play against Daigo?
Yeah.
And Lupe got really excited for that.
Yeah.
And so now he's training.
Is that real, though? Do you really think that they're going to fight?
I think so.
Yeah?
Maybe. I don't know. But apparently he bought a PS4 for their bus, so when they're traveling he can play. He uploaded a video where he was showing his training in a Street Fighter Second Impact arcade where he was using Ken and beating up on Sean.
Yeah.
He has a regimen, which it's so funny because he's like, today is light kick day, and I'm going to only play with light kick and learn to beat my opponents with just light kick. And everyone started making fun of him, and I saw it, I was like, that's genius. I usually think that's a good idea. You learn a lot about your buttons that you don't know if you don't do stuff like that. There's definitely some merit to it. But, he's going to get bodied. But still, it's really kind of neat. Last year, during one of the awards, I talked about how it's cool, like Xavier Woods and Kenny Omega X. And Jamie Lee Curtis and all these people talking about it. Now we're Lupe Fiasco. It's on, some random gaming news sites. Yeah. So, there you go.
I think it would be cool. But yeah, he said that he's learning...
shout outs to Shoegazer Jimmy. He put the link to the cool SRK article in the chat.
He's learning Super Street Fighter 4 or Super Street Fighter 4 AE. It's one of those.
Yeah, or something like that, yeah.
Not the current game. But yeah, shout outs to that. If it can bring publicity, that's great. Do you think that Lupe Fiasco knows who you are before you knew who Lupe Fiasco was? Do you think that's a possibility, James?
Definitely. Weirdly enough. I don't know. Do you think he watches FGC stuff?
I don't know.
But there's definitely a possibility of that, and that freaks me out. It was already weird that one time we were on stream, and I was like, "Do you think Jamie Lee Curtis knows who we are?"
Yeah.
That was freaky enough.
Yeah.
But when you mention it that way, that he may know us before we know him.
I knew who he was. I don't listen to it, but I've known who he was. No, it's not. I was joking.
What's that?
What are you doing?
I'm just looking up Lupe Fiasco's Twitter here. I just want to confirm something. Oh, yeah, okay.
Which one of those guys do you think he is?
What?
Which one of those two guys do you think he is?
On this picture up here, you mean?
Yeah.
Well, clearly he's this guy here. Yeah, clearly he's that guy right there. So. But yeah, it's pretty cool. And on Facebook, Shankar was like, "Come on, you've heard of Lupe, right?" And I was like, "No." He's like, "What about this song? This was everywhere." I was like, "No."
Yeah.
He's like, "Well, you had to have heard this song."
He was so adamant.
And I was like, "No."
Basically, on my jerk-ass Facebook, I put up a post that was like, hey, so some person named Lupe Fiasco wants to play Street Fighter. I wonder if she's good. No. Just to be a jerk. But I think you were being real about it.
Well, I was like, I don't know who that is either. And Shankar was like, oh, I know David's just trolling, but but you literally didn't know who Lupe Fiasco was until this whole thing,
No,
right?
I knew. I just didn't. I never listened to it.
Oh,
I don't know the
okay,
music, but I know
fair
who it is
enough,
just from living in the world. That's all.
Yeah.
Lupe, look, all I'm saying is when I was growing up, I knew some Lupes, and they weren't all girls.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So, anyways, okay, I think that's about it. I think we're going to go ahead and shut down the stream here. We've definitely lasted long enough to, reach certain points, but, it's too bad. We're going to shut down the stream right now and be done with it, right? So,
Yep. All right, everybody.
All right.
See ya.
We're going to be going here.
Bye.
We're going to be going. I am clicking on the title card. Can't believe you ate that whole thing.